And what is going on, everyone? So now again it's raining where we are. We are here today with this Renault Scenic in for an alternator replacement. We've actually been here for about 30 minutes now. When we turned up, it was charging perfectly. It was going 14.3 or whatever not. And then I was like, we don't need to replace this. There's no need to replace it. But the customer was like, oh yeah, we were driving down and it was absolutely perfect. And then all of the lights on the dash came on telling us to stop, and then it was just blinking on their face. But yeah, so I was like, no, mate, nothing is happening here. We don't need to replace it. So then he was just like, okay, no problem, mate. So I was just like to John, you know what, John? We'll give it about 20 minutes and see how it performs after that. Yeah, unfortunately, it stopped charging and it's now charging at 11 volts, which is pretty much the battery voltage. So now we're going to be replacing it with L-stock remanufactured alternator from GSF Car Parts. You already know L-stock is really good. I prefer them over Lucas, to be honest with you. But yeah, let's go and get started. Let's replace this alternator, and then we're going to go to two other jobs. I think one of them is power steering, and then one of them is an oil cooler replacement on the BMW X5. So let's go and get started with this one. Let's go. To get the alternator out on most Renaults, you literally have to wrestle it out. A lot of people would remove the front bumper, however, it's not necessary. All we have to do is remove the engine mount, and that should give us enough wiggle room to get the alternator out. So we're about to give birth, John.
Oh yeah, to what?
To an alternator.
Is it alright? Is it broken?
My water's broken.
Your water's broken?
Yeah, as you can see, look, it's all on my body.
Oh, nice.
Like that.
Nice and wet. Oh, it's coming out. I can see its head.
Ring of fire. Ring of fire, ring of fire. All these pipes are now in my way. Fuel pipe and all sorts. Hey! And there it is, the overheating alternator. Original Renault over there. From Valeo Renault. Yeah, it's original. Unfortunately, mate, it's time to say goodbye. Okay, that.
It's the wrong one. You're Wait, it's the wrong one. You're lying. Stop it.
And unfortunately, that's just how it is. Rain or shine, things will bound to go wrong. This vehicle has multiple options for this alternator, and it's quite difficult to pinpoint unless you have the original part number. So here I am, wet and miserable. So yeah, despite getting soaked in the rain and getting the parts wrong, we have now ordered the correct one because we've got the original part number now. That is from the back of the old alternator. And like what I said, it is not their fault. Like, there's multiple choices on that car. So now we are back on this BMW X5. So quite recently we replaced the level sensor on this because one, it wasn't working. Second, it was leaking. So we fixed all that. However, there is still a really bad oil leak coming from the very top of the engine. Let me show you where it is. It's going to be very difficult to show it to you whilst that thing that's leaking is on the car because it's like way deep in there. So let me just show you the video that I have taken from under the car, and I can show you it is really bad, like very bad actually. What you're looking at here is the oil filter housing, and you can see from there that is literally leaking from under it. You can see all the fresh oil under there, and that's the whole filter housing. And let me just press the play button for you. You can see it there, and I've actually got another video of it. Here you go, here it is from the top right there. Look, you see that piece? It's just leaking from under the filter housing, and that is the reason why we're going to be replacing it. Obviously we are going to be using a genuine part for this vehicle because I can't find it anywhere else. You can see it there, genuine BMW group, right? You can just about see it there. You can see that it's genuine BMW part, and here is the part in question. Look, genuine. Oh, look at this guy, he's rapid. Look, he's taking all of the stuff out already that needs to be taken out. Rapid guy, mate.
There is a lot.
There is a lot to remove, but it's only 4 bolts. We might be able to access it from underneath, but we'll go and have a look. To get the oil filter housing off, we must first remove 4 bolts, and to get to them you are really going to need small hands. Lucky for me, I am just about equipped with them. Anyway, before we get to those bolts, we first have to disconnect the boost pipe that goes to the throttle body. few sensor connectors and then the live wire that goes onto the alternator. Just make sure to either disconnect the battery or protect the wire from touching the chassis. So it seems like someone's been here before and has put the wiring for the alternator kinda in the wrong way. Let me show you. So you can see this red wire right here. Well, it's got a red stripe on it, you can see that. And then if we follow it all the way down, you'd be able to see the bolt that we're trying to get to, which is that one there, right there. And we can't even get a spanner in there or any socket or anything like that because, like what I said, this wire is blocking it. The reason why I'm saying someone's been here before is because if you just look down here, you'd be able to see the clip where it's supposed to be. I don't know how well you guys can see my finger, but it's here, right here. So it should be right in front of the oil filter housing. To be honest with you, that's mildly frustrating because I don't know what to take off. Is it the alternator that I have to remove? It's gonna add like extra hour to the job just because someone's installed it incorrectly before, but let's try and find a way. Oh my god, long. So here is the gasket for that oil filter housing. You can see it there, look, flat fused, mate. It is very flat indeed, and this is where it's been leaking from, under here. Let's go on the car by the engine bay. Let me just show you how bad it actually looks. Let's go. And as you can see there, look, it's just full of oil all around the filter housing because, like what I said, it's been leaking for a very long time, and it just got worse and worse because the gasket got so flat it started leaking from this part over here. So the next thing that we have to do now, like what John is doing, is to clean the mating surface on the oil filter housing contact point, basically, just so that the new oil filter housing can have a nice mating surface so it can seal properly on that side, so it prevents it from leaking again. And now that looks 10 times better. Look at it, looks dry, it's not oily, ready to mate. With what's this one?
The male.
The male. That's a male. Look, male.
Yeah.
You think it's funny? Yeah, so genuine BMW part that is now ready to go in there. Do you want to do the honors, mate? No, or shall I do the honors? All right, I'll do it. Yeah, look at this. Look how it's not flat. Look at that.
Deleted.
Yeah, it's there's levels to it, you know? Like, look, it's not flat. So that when you push it in, well, when you torque it down, that is, it's nice and flush against the mating surface over there. You can see that it's been leaking there for some time. Look, this is the one at the top, and as you can see here where my finger is right now, that's where it's been leaking. And same here as well. Look, the bottom piece is just full of oil and crude and dirt, which tells me that it's leaking. Now it's time to install the brand new OEM oil filter housing, and to do that we just have to do everything in reverse order, torquing each securing bolt to the correct spec given by BMW. We also have to make sure that the positive wire is stuck in the right place. We don't want to give the next technician a headache, do we? Yeah, and there you have it. It's all done and fitted back up again. Now what we're gonna do is, obviously we've drained the oil. Now we gotta top it up. Well, not top it up. We're gonna be changing the oil again with BMW engine oil, of course. And as you saw, the filter housing already comes with genuine BMW filter in there as well. So now it's just time to put this back in place. New oil in there. Right, so that is us all done on that BMW X5 now. So let me just show you the result on this as well. I've taken a video, like what I said, I can't really take you guys down there because it's quite difficult, but there we go. Clean and dry as a whistle, as you can see there. That is the underside of the oil filter housing, so that is looking good. Now, if you want your vehicle to be repaired, or if you have any inquiries or anything like that, just make sure to head over on the description down below, submit your inquiry on our website, do whatever you want to do, and we will reply to you as soon as we can. And like what I said, As always, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. Male.
Yeah.
You think it's funny?